Hi everybody. So this is going to be our third video, and this is going to be our first 3D project. This is going to be the tinfoil sculpture project. So from your home pantry, you're going to just steal some tinfoil. Not a lot. You're only going to need about foot and a half of tinfoil. This will be enough. This is, as long as you're forearm, you're good. Okay. You can take a pair of scissors from home. If you're really careful, you could probably cut it with a pin or something else, but scissors would be preferable. I brought my Hello Kitty scissors. Loud. This is your marker that's in your kit. From your home stash, you might want some cardboard, and if you have some temper paint to be able to paint it afterwards, you definitely can, or acrylic paint. The watercolors will kind of work that are in your kit if you want as an option. They're the most important thing out of your kit, of course, is your strips. And the last thing you're going to want to need is some warm water. Now the warm water and the strips I'm going to put aside for the beginning, along with the cardboard and the paint. And I'm going to kind of move you back over this way so you can see what I'm doing a little more up close as we move on to the next step. Okay, so with your tinfoil, I'm just going to move everything up a little further so you can for sure see. We're going to need to put in some cuts. Now I'm going to draw it out, and you can with your Sharpie if you want. You're going to need one cut up the middle, and then two at the top. So kind of like so. Then you're going to take your scissors and we're going to cut up the center. And then I'm going to cut at the top. So this is going to make our head. This is where our arms are going to be, and then these will be our legs. Right now, I guess it'd be like standing on its head. To shape your person, what you're going to do, you're going to start by crunching in the middle softly. And then you're going to crunch the arm in a little bit, crunch the other arm in a little bit, and then roll in to make the head. Okay. And then you're going to go over to where the legs are. Make the leg shape, crunch in, and move in for your arms. Now, this is going to give us our basic body. Okay, and now we have to decide on what we want to do to be able to make his shape. What should our person be doing? What sort of action pose? So a good pose is one that has movement all the way around. So maybe I'm going to do maybe a bit of like a hero stance here. One leg back, one leg maybe kind of bent a little forward. Maybe lunging would be a good option. One arm's a little long. There we go. Now, when I'm finished, I'm going to glue him onto a base, so it's okay if he doesn't stand perfectly still right now. Right now, I'm just kind of like crunching him into proportion of what I want to see. So that looks pretty good to me. You can see that he has some interest from the back too. He's not just one-dimensional and flat. This is a 3D project. We want to make sure it's 3D all around. I'm going to put him down. Before you start the next part, you definitely want to make sure you have some newspaper on your table. I've taped mine down just so that it's easier for filming, but any couple sheets will do. With the plaster strips, you don't want to get them wet until you're going to use them. Once they have been activated, they will be done. So I'm going to take the plaster strip and you're going to put it into the warm water. When you pull it out, it's going to kind of take your hand and you're going to rub the plaster to kind of break it up a little bit. And then we're going to start wrapping it around our statue person. When we go to put it on the statue person, you're going to kind of think like you're going to give them a full body cast. Okay, and then I'm just going to turn off the camera for a little bit, and when I come back, I'll have him covered in plaster. Okay, so as I am coming up on the end of my plastering, I had a couple thoughts. One, when you're plastering, kind of make sure that you're keeping your plaster strips as flat as you can as you're putting them on so that they cover all of your space really well. I'm running a little tight on plaster strips. I want to make sure that you guys are kind of using them carefully. When you kind of break them up like this, it's a good start, but you want to make sure that you smooth out the bumps in the plaster when it is around. So like right here, I want to be able to kind of smooth out the plaster so that it'll be a little easier. Like up here on the face, you can still see kind of where the holes are. So when I go back in to finish off the head, I'm just gonna kind of give it a wrap around. And then I'm just gonna smooth it down. Probably gonna add one more, kind of going from the back down to cover that back piece. And then I've got one more for each of the feet. I'm gonna cheat and put this one on the foot because it has the, it's really thick. It'll cover over it really well. Okay. Put one over here. Top and working my way down. Just kind of smoothing it in to help blend in my little mummy man. I'm gonna get that last foot, and then I'll look to see where I want to put that last strip. Okay. All right, so looking around, I think my weakest spot is probably up around the neck. So I'm going to put my last strip up there. To make sure that my neck stays in place. I'm going to wrap it around like a little bit of a scarf. And we're going to call it for today. So I'm going to take him, I'm going to put him on top of my Ziploc bag that had the plaster strips in, so it has a nice place for it to dry. Okay, so before we clean up for today, you want to make sure that all your plaster strips are on your person. You're going to put your sculpture on top of a plastic bag. I would say that this could be moved off to the side so that you can clean up the table that you're at. If there's plaster on anything, just regular soap and water should clear it up. Tomorrow when it is dry, we will work on painting it and attaching it to the stand. Hey, welcome back. So today we're going to be finishing off our mini sculpture. I'm just going to put this to the side. I have a hot glue gun. You probably don't have a hot glue gun, but maybe you have a very crafty mom and you have one at your house. If you can, I would suggest putting your sculpture up on a base before you paint it. If at this point you've gotten to the point where you have no paints and you don't have a glue gun or any way to attach it to a base, I'm going to suggest this is a good stopping point, and you can just take a picture or a video to kind of show me all the way around and submit it. But if you have these things, it's a nice way to be able to finish off your project. So I've got my person. I'm gonna put a little dab of glue here and a little dab of glue here, and then I'm just gonna put them down. Okay, as you can tell, it's going to heat up super fast. The glue gun sticks super quick. That's why hot glue is kind of preferable if we were in class. But you could use white glue or another substitution that'll work okay. So now that my person is attached on the base, I'm going to go in to do some painting. Now I'm gonna put some paint recipes up for you to be able to make your own paints at home. I'm just gonna steal some of my daughter's paints to be able to paint my person. Just like with the watercolors, I would suggest doing all of your mixing of colors in an egg carton. It's nice also if it's a styrofoam egg carton because you can like close up the lid. But you could also use like a palette or a plate or anything made of plastic. You can quick easily wash up. So I'm gonna make my person look like a knight. So I'm gonna grab probably a little bit of black paint, a little bit of white paint, and start working on the painting part. And I'll do a little more filming of me painting in a couple minutes. My knight is kind of coming along. I'm just gonna grab a little more red paint from underneath. I've kind of put a base coat of paint all over it. I broke down and grabbed my acrylic paints out just because I knew it would go a little faster and dry a little faster, which would be better for filming. Oh no! I just got a little red paint on his hand, so maybe he will be mid-battle. When you are painting it, it can be a little tricky with the plaster. Just kind of work your brush around. I see how I'm like, if you can see how I'm like swirling the brush to kind of get it to cover everywhere. Then you'll be able to have it all sealed up. Once you've painted it, you could use your fine liner to be able to add some details to your statue. At this point, I'm going to upload some pictures of other projects, and you can look at them and kind of see what some other kids have done. Some people have finished their statues to just look like statues, so they're just like a solid color, and they're really interesting looking too. So tell me what you think. I look forward to seeing your work. So, I've been working on my little knight dude. I've added a lot more color to him, as you can see. I've worked on kind of like adding some details all the way around. I've used my Sharpie, since it's been painted, to add some designs. If your statue is still in like the raw plaster state, don't use your Sharpie, because if you use your Sharpie, this really annoying thing will happen where your Sharpie instantly dries out because the plaster will suck all the moisture out of the tip of your Sharpie and it won't work anymore. So I'm just going to add one final detail to my Crusader. I'm going to give him some more detail to his tunic, maybe a little bit of a fringe. So with your people, remember you can make them look however you want. There should be those other mini sculptures that you saw in the video, kind of showing you some different looks. If you don't have anything to finish off your sculpture with, you can always just leave it in the raw plaster state, and I just won't mark the final part of it. I can add a little sweet cross since he's a knight, and to say that Christianity was all the rage would be an understatement. So here we go. There's my little dude. Remember when you go to upload the pictures, to try to take a couple from different angles so that I can see it all the way around, or you could do a little quick video, kind of just panning your phone around to be able to see him. Any questions, always send me a message in chat, and I hope your project turns out great. I'll see you soon. Bye.